Hi everyone, welcome to the video. Thank you for tuning in. Before we begin, none of this is legal, tax and or financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. And today we're going to look at some of the news in the crypto sphere. So let's begin. We have Ethereum here and Grayscale Investments as well. According to Charlie Bilello, an investor and a finance researcher, Ethereum is being traded with substantial premiums above spot value through Grayscale's Ethereum Investment Trust, or the ETH. There's the tweet as well, pointing out the spike that happened there on the 21st of June. Ethereum traded with a 2,000% premium at around $580 per share. Each share of ETH represents approximately 10% of one Ethereum. And he says, and I do quote, "Someone bought this last Friday at $580 betting that Ethereum would rise, and they were right." Underlying Ethereum rose from 27.33 to 30.34, an 11% gain. The only problem was they paid a 2,000% premium, and today investors only paid a 312% premium, resulting in a 78% loss thus far. End quote. That's what Bilello said. Going down the article. On the 29th of May, CCN reported that the Bitcoin price surpassed $11,000 in OTC markets through GBTC, demonstrating a premium of over 37% following a substantial increase in volume in early May. Investors have been paying premiums to purchase crypto assets through Grayscale's investment vehicles because many accredited investors cannot purchase digital assets through existing exchanges. I think that's bizarre. I could not justify ever paying 20 times or up to 20 times the amount for any crypto or any investment, really. Just my opinions there. The article goes down the list. I'll let you read through the rest. What are your thoughts on that? I assume most of you will concur. I don't see, well, for any reason why that is justified. I do want to point out that this, if I type this in on Google News, and I look through the other crypto news websites as well, this does not appear to be covered on other sites, which I find quite peculiar because most of the news in the crypto sphere is on other crypto news websites. So that is odd to say the least. Facebook's Libra is in the news. I will only cover this briefly because this has been discussed ad nauseum in my opinion. Apart from Bitcoin's monumental rise recently, Libra has undoubtedly been one of the hottest topics in the cryptocurrency space. The coin that is expected to make its debut in the first half of 2020 saw the disapproval of several regulatory bodies as soon as it was introduced. It was once again placed in the spotlight after Peter McCormack asked Brian Quintenz, CFTC Commissioner, questions with regards to the centralized cryptocurrency. The host of What Bitcoin Did pointed out one of the crucial differences between Bitcoin and Facebook's Libra. McCormack stated that the decentralized nature of Bitcoin makes it hard to be controlled. However, when Facebook unveiled its cryptocurrency with the aim of making it a global currency, in air quotes, the House Financial Services Committee chairwoman, Republican Maxine Waters, called for a hearing on Facebook's decision to launch a cryptocurrency on the 17th of July. And there have been various articles about that. Some information there about how with Bitcoin, because as we know, Satoshi Nakamoto is anonymous, whether it be an individual or a group of people, disregarding the people who allegedly claim to be them. Let's not give them legitimacy. Moving on. Quintenz said that Facebook's Libra could sound innovative and potentially have a global reach, taking the social media giant's global presence into account. However, the commissioner stated that to him, they are incredibly different things. And he mentions and I do quote, the limits of government capabilities over the regulation of something that's decentralized because there is no entity to regulate versus the government's power to regulate something that is centralized that's associated with an entity that is existing right now in a very charged political environment. End quote. Just further info, more for you to read. It goes down the list. Again, I always provide a link to these in the description. As time continues, I think there is even more uncertainty about whether Libra will be launched, or you could say which countries will launch it. There are some places that will give in, so to speak, and then run along with it. I think what people find bizarre is that Facebook touts Libra as being decentralized and open and something wonderful for all. But as we know, I think the cost of each node is about, I think it's $10 million, and you have to run it through Facebook if you want permission to be one of those people who gains access to the nodes. There will be, even if it were to launch, people would be very skeptical about it. I am one of those and will remain that way. It will be hard to convince various people otherwise. Let's see what happens. I feel as though, just to wrap up on this topic, it takes attention away from all the other wonderful news in the crypto space. So we have the XRP and the MoneyGram partnership, Litecoin's reward halving, which is anticipated to increase the price. We have Cardano and the Shelley testnet, which I'll discuss later on as well. And of course, Bitcoin, Fidelity Investments, allowing for institutional investors to trade it. So lots of news in the space. And then obviously Grayscale as well with the trust. And then the pending ETF decision, which we are still waiting on information from the SEC about that. Time will tell. Let's move on. Opera browser is in the news, launching the built-in crypto wallet for Android. So they say it's the first major browser to integrate a crypto wallet, enabling seamless access to the emerging web of tomorrow, otherwise known as Web 3. Information about Web 3 there, and there's a video, bit of a promo video there. Crypto payments right from the browser to merchants, other users and apps. And on the Opera website, there's a rundown of what's involved. And I do want to point out here, this is from the 11th of July 2018, or this original post here. So it's been in the works for a while. Let's see how this all pans out. I do want to point out that in terms of the usage share, or you could say the market share of people using browsers, Opera is still a drop in the ocean compared to Chrome or Safari. Let's say those two combined. Opera only has about 2 to 3% of, or Chrome accounting for about 62% overall. So the top two make up about 4/5 of the usage share in general. So there's still a long way to go, but great news nevertheless. Opera doing that, launching the crypto wallet there. Brave as well. As you can see, I'm using Brave, and then Brave has the Brave Rewards program, which allows people to send BAT to, say, websites or the content producers on websites and publishers and all of that, and then you can opt in for ads. Actually, on that note, let's go on to some Brave news in the space. Brave is currently working on integrating Ethereum Ledger and Trezor wallets in their browser, which would allow users to earn and store funds directly into a self-custodied wallet. While the company is yet to officially announce the news, screenshots of the project's GitHub repository show progress. Information about Opera Software announcing the desktop browser there that I just spoke about. Although Brave has quietly been improving its software and has not made any major updates within the last month, it has been quietly working on its own crypto wallet, one that would drastically change the way users deal with cryptocurrencies. Or going down the page there, users will be able to connect their hardware wallets with Brave and interact with dApps. The images also show that users will be able to make transfers or even have Brave rewards deposited directly to other wallets connected to Brave. Not only will users be able to gain more control over the BAT they earn, but they also won't have to jump through several ERC20 and MyETH wallet hoops in order to transfer their earnings to a third-party wallet. And then that's just summarizing the article there. Further information in that Crypto Slate piece for you to read. Daily Hodl here. XRP in the news. Ripple's new partner, MoneyGram, is offering a closer look at how it plans to utilize Ripple's XRP-based cross-border payment solution, XRapid. In a new interview with Cheddar, MoneyGram CEO Alexander Holmes calls XRP the absolute right, in air quotes, asset to use for international remittances. In the short term, Holmes says the company plans to use the technology on its back end to improve the speed and efficiency of its platform. And some commentary there. According to Holmes, one of the biggest advantages Ripple's XRapid offers is the ability to move capital in real time without the need to hold large sums of cash in bank accounts around the world. And a quote here, "We run our business really in two ways. We do the front-end consumer interface, which really runs through a different system." I'll let you read through the quotes. Ripple launched XRapid for commercial use in October of last year and has officially opened one payment route between Mexico and the Philippines. Ripple's CEO Brad Garlinghouse recently hinted that the company will deploy the technology in Argentina and Brazil next. That's it there. Excellent to see XRP with this MoneyGram partnership. I know that was announced about a week ago or so. There's a very strong XRP following out there and a huge fan base. Let's see if the altcoins can pick up, because at the moment Bitcoin is showing most of the dominance. On the topic of altcoins, Cardano here. Cardano news today. It's no news it's no news that the Cardano Foundation is working hard to make sure that the Cardano blockchain and the ADA token reach global adoption. Also, it's no news that the price of Cardano ADA fell significantly against the US dollar yesterday and over the last 24 hours. Even if this happened right after a bull run, it is, as is normal with such spikes, the sell-off was more intense than what anyone expected. In spite of this, the Cardano Foundation hasn't been discouraged by the poor performance of the ADA token. In fact, they recently announced some big plans for global expansion. There's still hope for Cardano ADA. Moving away from the article here, I do want to point out Cardano Shelley testnet, which was announced recently. So it's another major step in the right direction as part of the testnets. And then Charles Hoskinson making the post there. This was the 22nd of June. On Twitter, and then there's the Cardano Foundation, which provides further updates about what they've been doing in the space. So they are keeping people up to date about, and he's recently gone to Georgia as well and spoken to, let's go down the list here. And going on to Charles Hoskinson's Twitter feed here, so if we look at meeting up with Georgian Prime Minister about Georgia's desire to innovate over the coming years, and he spoke about a memorandum of understanding with the Free University in Tbilisi, explore using Atala and Cardano for credential verification there. So there's a tweet. So he's been very active in Georgia recently, as you can see, based on the tweets there, trying to really spread the word about the project. Can this reap some rewards? Will this cause the price to increase? At the moment, Cardano is still holding 10th spot, but kind of stagnated recently, barely picked up, say, as opposed to Bitcoin and Ethereum, but it's down from its all-time high, which was at about $1.20, so I wouldn't write it off just yet. And there's information here on the Crypto Slate website about the Shelley testnet, which went live on the 21st of June. I'll let you go through that. VeChain is in the news. This was from a few days ago. Walmart China has decided to take on the VeChain blockchain technology there, but something to pay attention to is there's no mention of them using the token. Let's a very quick summary of this. So it's a partnership there between various companies, including, so we've got Walmart China, and then there's PricewaterhouseCoopers as well. This ties in with 2019 China Product Safety Publicity Week Traceability System Construction Seminar. So just to highlight the key points here, blockchain traceability platform came with the introduction of the first batch of 23 product lines that have been tested and launched on the platform, and another 100 product lines coming soon, so covering various fresh produce there. So it's a way of improving the traceability and quality control. Some images there of a Walmart in China, and then various people involved in that too. Positive, it's a step in the right direction, but again, and this was pointed out by the Modern Investor, there was no mention of them using the token, and in that case, that may not actually cause the price to increase. We need the token to be used for VeChain to really take off. We need announcements, like huge announcements about people using the VeChain token as opposed to, say, Bitcoin or Ethereum. We need the token to really pick up in price and sustain that. Now, I do want to point out there was a huge jump there. This did tie in with the announcement, but it quickly dropped. It's pretty much back to where it was, say, like a month ago. So unlike Ethereum, unlike Bitcoin, which has grown substantially, quarter to now, we haven't seen huge growth. It's a step in the right direction, but not enough. I really want to see VeChain take off. I would love to see so many cryptos do well in the space, but just the bull run, a lot more room for improvement there. Let's see what happens. That's a wrap. For more crypto news and more price predictions, which I've been focusing on recently, I have a list of videos here for you to check out. If you enjoyed this, give it the thumbs up. Feel free to leave a comment or say good day. Subscribe and smash the bell icon if you want to stay up to date. If you have any special requests too, please fire away. Share it with anyone who you believe will benefit from this. And I hope you're all having a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. And I will speak to you soon. Thanks and see you later.